What's up, yo? Well, I got 55 minutes for this video, so I'm gonna make this quick. Since you, my homie, who keep on sounding motivating, you're the masculine energy that seems to be continuously here, inspiring. That one is encouraged to express himself, to share his point of view, because clearly the masculine has been made a way for so that they can freely express themselves. It's not like all society works to construct a personality that then can be constricted and constructed or reconstructed whenever it needs to. So back to where we're at, my masculine friend. You're basically what I would call the epiphany of what I related to being mystical. Everybody else scares you guys with delusions of the mafia, of warlocks, of witches, but essentially it's just masculine energy. And it's been driving us, been riding us this whole time. Like right now, it's been instilled in me to provide, amplifying, And it's at times and tones when there's conversations that are taking place that are actually rather important. They're always usually tied into coherence and maintaining a moment's coherence, And they're usually in association with deterring the coherence of the moment. Just like right now, this whole conversation, I had thought of something fancy to say, something very descriptive of reality, And honestly, it's to myself. It should be to myself, So the whole point, though, is that I've already understood how astral projections come in, basically use your mind to create for themselves whatever it is that through your mind's manifestation capacity is available for them, So that's what this whole masculine energy is about right now, right? Manifestation. That's what men were attacked for their power to manifest. But essentially, we've acquired a hack, right? There's something here that has tuned into the power of the voice, the message, the instructions in words, has correlated those words to be coherent enough to be able to also establish an established perspective on feeling or how it should hold in a vibe or such, waves, a state of form. So with that being said, here we are, masculine energy. It's the motivation behind, what men strive for. And their manifestation power is essentially what it's all about, right? As long as a man's thinking is correct, as long as a man's feeling is correct, the whole world will support the man in all his beliefs and all his endeavors. So what essentially was the whole point of you guys being here, astral projections, teaching me about astral projections, what they have the capacity and impulses to influence the body or push the mind into thinking, or basically holding the spirit captive. Because if the spirit being doesn't know he's a spirit being and he's eternal, then what does he think? He thinks he's flesh, And if he thinks he's flesh, then what happens? A man can live, basically fornicating left and right because he thinks he's flesh. He's not concerned with the things of the spirit. So when it comes down to spiritual, it's a different variation, You're no longer out there looking just to fornicate. Now you're looking for intelligence to be the thing guiding you in every aspect of what you do. So it's proper manifestation. So you're not left having to explain to other people, what's going on. Like people are following along and you're only able to achieve what you're achieving because people have been following along the entire time. That's what it means to be a part of a community.